Okay, this is going to be an example of a typical mission. I'm just looking at the mission board here right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick this boom time delivery. They give you the stock, so you don't have to go out and purchase it, and then you're going to be able to jump. So as we detail into it, we can see everything that we need here. We can accept it right away, or we can just open up the galaxy map. We're going to open up the galaxy map and have a look at where this is. And of course, I'm going to be actually making a mistake here, but we're going to recover and don't worry about it too much. We're waiting for the galaxy map to load. Now, you got to remember, it's got to load an entire galaxy. So, that takes a bit of work. Here is the galaxy, and it's taken us directly to the destination of where that mission is supposed to be dropped off. And as you can see, we zoom out, you can zoom around. All those dots that you're seeing there, and even more as you go in and look close like this, all of those are systems, and you can view variants. So we pop back out, and this is where I make the mistake. I should hit accept, but we go back into the galaxy map, and of course it loads the galaxy again. I guess that's no little prospect. And this time we set a route to it. Okay, so that part's right. Problem is, I still haven't accepted the mission. And I bounce out, and I look to the left menu, and I can see I've got two missions. Both are boom time. And that's because they're already there. I didn't accept that mission, so no new mission was added. But you'll see that this actually goes to Gunter Station. And that wasn't that other one, so it's a much farther jump. So, what we do here is... of course I have to record this voice after the fact, but looking at, we're going in the galaxy map again, just to figure out why those two at Gunter are not the ones that I'm on. Because at this point I haven't quite realized my mistake. Because I didn't actually accept that one mission that was nearby. So because it's gone to the Gunter, the system where the Gunter station is, now I'm viewing into the station, the system. So this is the system map for that one. Remember all those little dots? That's the sun of one of the dots. So there's the Gunter system. Now I've plotted a route to that station. So that's now on my navigation computer. You can see that orange line tells us all of the jumps that we got to make. Okay, so let's launch. It's got to turn me around to face the outside of the station, the exit. Rotating me here. I'm already leaning on the launch, so I'm going to be taking off here. On the right, you'll see two blue dots, and I just turned off one of them. That's my landing gear. Now I got to line up with the exit. I've got 5 minutes to launch. I just kind of line up, and then I accelerate out. I have to be careful because there's ships coming up behind me. And they could be causing, they could ram me. So on the left of the central scanner, you'll see that there's a circle with a blue dot in the middle of it. That blue dot is my destination. So I can use that to align to my destination. Now, I'm going to cut this a little bit short because, again, I haven't realized my mistake at this point. I think it's a single jump, and it's going to turn out to be a multi-jump. And that's not what I wanted. But I did actually solve a problem by doing this. So we're going to jump here to a new system. And then afterward, I'm going to have to jump multiple times. And that's what I'm going to cut out of this. And in the next clip, we'll be able to just jump into the last system. So we jump in at the star, and we realign. See that blue dot on the left? Right, it's kind of, we're aligning up on it, and there's our next destination. So we've got a bunch of these, and I'll be cutting out of that soon here, and then we'll jump into the system that I want to be. Okay, so we're jumping into the system, the final system here. This is where Gunter Station is. We're going to make that jump. So you can't actually view any of the menus with any great detail as you go into these. But, okay, so we come out here again at this thing. I get a critical message that's added. Let's have a look at that message. Okay, so bring up this menu. It's in the upper left. Bring up the message. What it's telling me is that for 25 minutes, if I deliver that boom time mission, that is going to give me a bonus. If I remember right, it was like 25,000. So hey, great. It's only a 11,000 mission or something like that. So that's fantastic. Now we got to make the trip to Gunter Station. And that's up ahead of us. It's a few hundred light seconds away. No longer light years, because we're now inside a system. And you just kind of, take your time accelerating. And we take a look at the map here, or the navigation console. We can look at the other one over here. This gives us reputation. This is more of the game side of it, right? Overview, whereas the left is more functional. That's where you're going to spend most of your time on the galaxy map, the system map, looking at your contacts and things like this. Contacts being, what spaceships are in and around you. Okay, so we're getting up closer here, and of course now we're going too fast. We've got to slow down, so we dolphin. We turn our angle away, and that forces our speed to come down. Then we bring our angle back, which is still bringing our speed down, so we accelerate into it slightly. And ourselves up a little bit closer. So, let's see here. Yeah. Those little lens flares that are kind of in front of us, those are actually ships. What you're seeing is basically the flare from their engine. That can be a problem if you're going to get pirated. On this, on the piece that I edited out of this, I actually was interdicted. In other words, a pirate ship decided to drop me out of frameshift drive, and try and attack me. I was able to avoid it, so I could carry on quickly. Normally, I'd consider dropping out and actually battling him, but that wasn't what I wanted to show on this. So we're coming in on the planet, and you can see those rings. Those rings indicate that there's an orbiting station here. And that's what I'm actually locked onto. If that station were on the other side of the planet was blocking it, that would be a dashed ring. There would be a much muted color. So let's see here. Coming in, we're down to 1,000,000 meters. That's cutting down. Once we drop out of the 1,000,000 meters, we're going to get this flash across the bottom of the screen sort of thing right there. And it tells us that it's safe to drop out of frameshift. So I'm pushing a button to drop out of frameshift. What that's going to do is that's going to bring us right out on the station at about 8.5 million, or 8.5 kilometers, I should say. Boom, there's the station. I still have to get underneath of 7.5. I have a docking computer, so I'm going to be able to just contact the station right there, request docking. I power down my speed, and my docking computer takes over. Whee! I don't have to worry about landing here. That's because I've purchased the docking computer. You won't have one if you just start out. When you first start out, you don't have that docking computer, so you do have to learn to land on your own. If you look carefully, that station's rotating. My docking computer, that scan is just the station. It's making sure you're not carrying anything illegal. If you look carefully, that station is rotating. And I can still look around in the cockpit. I'm not forced to look here. There you go. I can see the station. But the docking computer is going to compensate for that rotation, and I'm not going to have to worry about it. And that's why I like the docking computer. But it also has another value. On these timed missions, it means that I don't have to fidget trying to rotate to get the ship in. I can go in, I can land, and the docking computer does it faster than I can. Rotates me to the pad. If I remember right, yeah, pad 22. It's bringing me in right here, automatically. I'm not doing a thing here. This is great. And boom, landed. Okay, we're gonna go to the next clip here, and we'll get our part of our welcome mission. We'll show you the inside. Okay, so we're on the station. We're getting our nice little welcome screen because we actually clicked into it. Okay. So on this screen here, it's slightly misaligned because I'm still in the look around the cabin view, but I can snap that in a moment here. We go to the mission view. There, it just snapped in. Loading up the mission view. Now, if you remember right, I had two transactions, two missions that were on the... There's one. So I can collect that one. This is the one that was giving me the bonus, about 11 or something like that, and it gave me 25, so there's like a 36 or something like that there. 36,000. Yeah, it's a small mission. It's easy to do. But I look over here, and this is where I'm starting to realize my mistake. There's still a mission here. Why is there a mission for this station? There were two, but why was it I could only collect one? Has it glitched? I'm trying to figure that out. Still says Gunter Station. So this is where I'm thinking, let's go back to those menus and check some of the other missions. Maybe it's someplace else. Maybe it wasn't on that first page. The bounce out, yeah, there's one mission there. And that's where I'm realizing my mistake. So I come over here, and I change who I talk to. Okay, these are the community missions. It's not going to be there. Look at the first one. There's nothing. Look at the second one. There's a mission I can hand in. That's the one I'm looking for. I actually get to clear it. So I claim the reward on that one. More money. So, what do we got here? I finally cleared that mission. Let's double check. Yep, it's gone. Finally I got rid of it, and that's where I'm realizing my mistake. I never accepted that other one. Okay, let's have a look around this set of menus here. So, let's have a look at the shipyard. This is where you can buy ships. Now, there's only 3 ships here. Transport, so it's a freighter. Not really great for me right now. And it's even bigger for transport. Not great. The Cobra Mark III, it's more of a fighter style. The one I've got right now is an Asp Explorer. It's better. So, we're going to go into outfitting. Therefore, I got to come in to the bay. Eventually, you're going to be, I think they're planning on it, that you can actually walk around this bay so you can walk around your station. The outfitting is where you're going to add components to your ship to customize it. Make it more heavy on the weapons side, cut down on the cargo, add various scanners. Right, so you got hard points, that's your weapons. Let's have a look at those. Okay, so got a 1 hard point, a couple of 2 hard points. Let's see if we can replace any of these. Now I've got different weapons already in here. So we browse the shop for that first one. I've got a 1F pulse laser. I don't see any other pulse lasers here. Not much, but let's have a look at the cannon. I look at the various cannons, or actually I bounced back out, sorry. Let's have a look at missiles, comparing the missiles. I've got a 1B, I can replace it with a 1B. This one is a fixed mount. I don't want that. I've got a better one. Mine actually tracks. So that was dumbfire, I should say. And so we look at these ones just to see what there is, because this is a medium slot. It's a 2. Right. Really anything jumping out. You know, you look at the cannons. Not really what I want. It's got automatic targeting. It's nice, but you see all the red on that side? It wasn't good. I've got a better weapon. So let's browse the shop again and have a look here, because I want to have a look at those plasma weapons. And yeah, they're better, but if you look, it's a fixed mount. It's not gimbaled. It's not going to track my target. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. Fixed weapons do a lot more damage, but they got to be fixed. You got to be right on target. So let's have a look at the commodities, just to give you a bit of a feel of the big menu of different items that you can trade and buy and sell at various stations and make a certain amount of money. This is where your cargo comes in. And it'll make you some basic money. Missions are really where it's at. But missions also, if you do lose your ship, it's going to cost you. The bigger the ship, the more it's